Looking for advertisement? Your favorite hymn is here for you. On Sunday Night Live in the City with Jermaine Jones, we have advertisement for independent artists and small businesses, where you can expand your brand, promote your product to over 10,000 of our unique and creative viewers and followers. Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones, at 7 p.m. on Sundays on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also catch us on all social media platforms with the most current events, hottest entertainment news, and what's going on with the hottest independent artists. Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. So today we're going to get right into it. We have some information to give you at the end of the show. We do have a special guest, my sister Michelle. She'll be back again because we had a little technical difficulty last time she was on. So we wanted to bring her back again just so we could recap with her. And then, you can find out where to get her book and things of that nature. So before we get into her, and then, we're going to bring on my beautiful at the end and all of that. Let's get into the hot topics. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Billboard. Now, the Grammys, well, the Billboards, they dubbed Nicki Minaj as the queen of rap. So let's start there. I mean, I don't know if so. Then after Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande were the two top females. So then the two top female selling artists of the 2010 decade. So then moving forward, Taylor Swift is the number one selling artist of the 2010 decade. Why is Beyonce number 23? That part, I don't get that part. Why Beyonce is number 23. I mean, Katy Perry is before her. I mean, granted, Lady Gaga, she's before her too, but Beyonce number 23, I just disagree with that strongly. And then I agree with this because I like him. I think he's a dope artist. And I don't even deal with rap music, but I think he's a dope artist. But Drake, he got the top artist of the decade, and he has the most Billboard awards than any other artist in history. Like, so then Beyonce and Jay-Z and Lady Gaga and Adele, and matter of fact, Adele is above Beyonce too on the list. And mind you, I'm not trying to take anything away from Adele, Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, but Beyonce should not be number 23. I just want to be very clear on that. So then moving forward, Tina Turner, congratulations, Tina. So Tina Turner has already been, because when I tell y'all she's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, you're going to say, oh, she already is. Yeah. But let's be very clear. Because then all you're getting, I want you to get understanding Sunday Night Live in the City. So she was inducted into the Hall of Fame with Ike, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame thing. They were inducted together, and I just went to my information. Okay, so they were inducted in 1992, but it wasn't as a solo artist. So this represents her career from 1976 and owned after her divorce. So in her early years, she didn't own, we already talked about Tina, her movie on HBO Max, the documentary, which I love so much. So we talked about all of that. So this is important and it's so different because this is Tina Turner doing it for Tina. It's Ike. It's nothing attached to it. So that's why she's being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame again. by herself, just as Tina Turner. After the divorce, it's no Tina and Ike, it's just Tina. So congratulations to Aunt Tina. Now, Escape and SWV. Did y'all watch that versus? Now, this is my opinion. Escape came prepared. I mean, when I say they came prepared from the Lord's Prayer to let me lick you up and down, I mean, they were prepared, fully prepared. And I just don't think that Escape and SWV is, I mean, I guess they were out around the same time, but I guess who else had that many? I don't know. It was like aunts and nieces, though, a little bit. But I guess they just a couple years apart. But that was that. So coming up, we're looking forward to Romeo versus Bow Wow. Now, I mean, they had this thing about going back and forth, but now it's getting heated. So Romeo, I really would go to my notes and pull it up, quote unquote, but I'm not. I'm going to paraphrase for time purposes. So Romeo did an interview and he stated something about him and Bow Wow doing a versus. So then Bow Wow went to Twitter and then Romeo went to Instagram. So it's going back and forth. If y'all care, tune in because allegedly, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but allegedly Bow Wow and Romeo are going to do a little verses. And I mean, I'm going to watch it because that's what I do. So I want to talk about J. Cole. Y'all, his new album. J. Cole's new album is something different. I mean, I don't talk about rap music a lot. I don't listen to rap music often, but I have to stay up on what's going on. And this album right here, it'll change your life. So listen, J. Cole's new album, if you have not listened to it, check it out because I'm telling y'all, it's a dope project. He did a great job with that. He did an amazing job with that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to commercial, and I want to thank all of our sponsors. We're going to go to them right now. After the sponsors, we're going to come back with my sister Michelle, and we'll be back on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hits.
Kendra Jones from K Vision Fashion Design and Stylist, Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine, Healthy Choice and Sweet Treat, Catrice from Cat's Crochet, handmade with love, customized crochet, Tia from Chef Tia's Cooking, delicious meal prep and catering, Rob from Humag Distribution for TV and video, and I would like to give a special thank you to the executive producer of the show from HB Visual Connections, my mother, Catrice Cornett. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, contact us today so you can advertise on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones. Looking for advertisement? Your favorite hymn is here for you. On Sunday Night Live in the City with Jermaine Jones, we have advertisement for independent artists and small businesses, where you can expand your brand, promote your product to over 10,000 of our unique and creative viewers and followers.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. So, everyone, if you did not tune in to the week before last, because last week we were off for Mother's Day because, our executive producer is my mother. So, we gave her the day off. She gets one day a year. That's it. No, I'm joshing.
Not a birthday.
So, we know all the mothers, but yes. So, I wanted to get back into, well, a brief recap. Tell everyone who you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this evening. My name is Michelle Thomas, and I am the author of The Journey Worth It All. I am a poetess. I am a spoken word artist. I am a mother, a Black chick. I am me. No, no, let me stop. I'm also a comedian that I haven't even started yet, but I know that's part of my makeup. And I'm just a person that is very interested in building and uplifting those around me with love, with joy, with laughter. And I'm here to support my brother because I love me some Jermaine. I love me some
Oh, I
him.
love you. No, I love you so much. So, I do have the book, and I'm gonna tell you, it is a must read. And when I say this to y'all, don't give me a book, don't give me a series like Harry Potter. I don't want to read it. If I do read a book, I want it to be like names like Shaquana Ray Ray and Trace Ray. They kicking down somebody's door. She's sleeping with her sister's baby's dead. I mean, that's just the type of book that I want to read, unless it's the Bible. I
Okay.
want to be very clear. Unless it's the Bible, those are the only type of books that I want to read. So when I opened your book, and it was so refreshing, and it was short, and you can open it and read some and stop, and it's not like you have to restart or remember or go read the last page. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll open a book and it'll be so good, and then I'll just be into
Over it.
something else, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, what? You know how when you got to do with a movie, I have to go back a couple pages, but oh, okay. Your book is not that way. It's such an easy read. It's
Thank you.
so inspirational. And I don't know if you personalize every book, but one thing that was so special to me is that the author personalized the inside of my book, and you wrote underneath of my poem, like you just personalized it for me. So it was so special. Like it was such a, and it's a dope read
Thank
because I'm not really into reading. I will read, but I told you what it got to be about.
you. Yeah, yeah. Well, what happened was creating the book, God gave me what to say it, how to present it. So from the door, I mean, my book took years to put together. It might seem like a short read, but it was so personal for me and the way God flowed through me to give it to the people. Um, it allowed me to create different pieces for different situations, for different times of the day. So it's not one of those, for some people, you might be able to pick up the book and just read all the way through it and be good. But I had people to send me messages like, this is my daily read. Like when I wake up in the morning, I
Like
pick it
I'll
up.
read it and it's refreshing every time. It's refreshing, and as you reread it, it's kind of like a you could use it like a daily bread kind of if you wanted to. Like it's so, and if you reread the same poem, it's like you'll get a new enlightenment about the same poem that you read. So,
Yes.
what about your new book? What inspired your new project?
So
What was
I'm
that thought about?
because I've been really toiling about this new project. God has given, I have so much, and it's amazing when you have so much in you, you like, oh, I can just pour it all out. No, it's like I'll
No,
start writing, and he's like, and that's it. And I'd be like, well, wait, but I wanted to add, no, I wanted to put, he's like, this is it.
no,
So
stop
I
that
had
there.
to,
That's chapter two. That's the next. Right.
right. So I had to like put it down and go to the next part. But I knew I had to give more. I knew I needed to express more because it was more in me and it was burning. Like, you gotta get this out. So it's still not completed the way I want it to be done. And that's the crazy part because every time I say, okay, God, I think I'm done, he's like, wait a minute, go back, put this there, do this. And so I know it's really going to be not just a blessing from me to others, but it's a blessing to me as I read
To
it.
you as well. Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And
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 go
good.
ahead. Well, what
I
I was
was.
Look, I know I'm over talking you, but look, this
No,
my
you're fine.
already got lipstick.
No, no,
But
no. You listen. You're fine. I had to get my notes because that was something that resonated with me. But I wrote something down earlier. But go ahead.
the book, the pieces in the book are not just medication for illness, but it's actually illumination for what's great in us and like the power we have in us. It's a reminder of things that we are trying to achieve, reminding us that we are more than what we see ourselves as through different storms that we go through. So the book has different layers, and um, I've been battling with the title, and I still can't share it, but I've been battling with this title, and the Lord blessed me right before I came on to give it to me and to explain it to me so that when the time is
So
right, I
when
can.
you do release it, you can
So
because
excited
in that getting you have to get
and
understanding.
understanding.
So
Yes,
let's be
sir.
very clear. Let's be very clear. So um, I wanted to ask you: is the writing process healing for you? Like, is your writing and you expressing yourself through writing? Is that healing for you? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking this. And this is just confirmation to what I wrote down earlier. Um, Somebody asked me because they asked me about the process, with music and what I'm going through and why I am where I am right now. And I told them that, I gave up on music because it stopped being who it was to me. It started becoming a job. It was mean. It was nasty. It was hurtful. I dreaded doing it. And I started doing it because I loved it.
Mm,
So when they asked me that, I had wrote this down. I said, it's my calling. It's what I have to do. I
mm,
tried to do so many other things and it just didn't work out. So, um, is back to my question, is writing a healing process for you? Is it something that you feel compelled to do?
mm. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Writing allowed me to make it through some horrible situations. Writing prepared me for other situations. Like there are times that I've written things in different journals and threw that journal down, and 5 years later I opened the book like, oh, this is a pretty book, and you start reading through it, and I'm flipping the page, and I found something one day that was what I needed that day, but I wrote it
Right,
5 years
correct.
ago because I try to date my work. And I was like, God, you gave this to me 5 years ago for today. Like when I wrote this, I wasn't thinking that I was going to need this, but five
Right
years
now.
ago, you prepared me for today.
For
And
right now.
that, yeah, Catrice, that thing got me, and it took me to a place to help me to understand that everything that I write is not going to affect everyone the same way. When I do spoken word, everything that I speak is not going to affect people the same way. And
For example, let me pause you for what we were talking about
okay,
our Wednesday night. That was stopping you from moving forward with the Wednesday nights because what are these people going to say? What, what did I tell you? I
right.
don't care what they say. The vision that he gave you
Mhm.
and the platform and the outlet that offers is needed for right now. It's needed for you. It's needed for other people because that platform is not available. And
Right.
what I'm saying to you is don't let what you think.
I hear you. I hear you.
Listen, yeah, I want you to hear what's not being said, okay? Because I need you to know whoever has a problem with it, they can come talk to me, and I'm gonna tell you something. We can both pull the word out, and we can talk about the word together. Because I want you to get your understanding from what I'm saying because it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense. So, in being an author for like an upcoming author or someone who people are begging to write a story, they're even starting off with writer's block. Somebody like me, like I'm. It's not even like I came into writer's block. They asked me to write. I said the end. Okay, the end. That part. So, what kind of advice could you give to an up and coming author or somebody who, like, where do you start? How do you start? Like,
So what I do is I start by opening up my laptop, picking up the pen, because no matter what's going on, if you just begin to write, and what I say is I tell God, okay, God, like, what are you trying to say? And I'm not saying that everything I write is spiritual. I need to put that out there. Everything I write is not spiritual. Everything that God has given me to share did not come across biblically. Okay. It wasn't like thou saidest this. No, some of it was, girl, wake up, stop screwing, and do what I told you to write. So I'm just going to be me. Okay. So when God gives it to
I
me,
love that.
is, get this out. I just have to open myself, and I have to stop blocking myself. We have to learn how to step out of the box. And people say it all the time, step out of the box, step out of the box.
It's the transparency that makes it's the vulnerability and the
Yes.
transparency that stops me from telling my story. And even when we all can tell it's a nice evening, so I had my windows open, but I just wanted to make sure that was a dirt bike. And I do live in the county. I'm not, I'm safe, but I just wanted to, I don't know what mile is. Am I in danger or no? I just need to know what's going on out here. But back to what's going on. I want y'all to know, I'm telling you, I ain't lying. Because I even know how my house settles now. I, that ain't just a settle. It's the neighbors. Oh, okay, all right, okay. But because in all thy getting, get understanding, okay? And then you gotta know what's going on around you, and don't be so heavy bound that you know earthly good. So if I gotta sock you, you want a piece of socket to me cake? Come to my door unwanted. Okay, I'm gonna serve you up a whole pie. I'm saying so. I just need to know what's going on. It says don't lay no
Ooh,
laying
this is
hands.
family, honey. This is family. That's what we do. We just gonna be real. We gonna
Listen,
be us no matter
did
what.
you? Because I heard all this. Vroom, vroom. All
Listen.
right, well, back to what we was talking about. So,
Yes.
um, in the writing process, like so you just open it up and you flow. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm old school, as young as teeny boppers, but I am like I still I like notes, like I write out like front
Yes.
back. I write it out, but I still have my iPad where I type it out up on there too. I got all that too.
Mhm.
I literally like I'll when I do my outline and my notes for the show, it'd probably be easier for somebody else to just put it right on the computer and just. But I can get in front of a computer, a laptop, an iPad, a note, a pen, and a paper. I
Yes.
could I could have me a glass of wine. I still can't. It's back to this part, the transparency and the vulnerability of writing it out on black and white for like there are people that are going to be hurt by some of the things that I would write.
All
Like
right.
there are people that are going to be disappointed by like how do you open up into that space where you just say
You know what? It's because, first of all, you got to be free for yourself. So, in the midst of what you're writing, that, like you asked me before about healing, in the midst of your writing, you're going through your own healing process, and it might not be a healing as in for repair. Some people, your healing is just the fact that you're opening your mouth, that you're speaking, that you're
and you're
sharing.
writing it that you're
So
expressing.
as you share and as you do that, it's like a great peace that will come over you to say, whoa. And a lot of things that we write is not for everybody to see. Some things that we write in those books, no one will ever see. But it's those things that we write that God says share, or that He opens a door for you to share, that you like, okay, I gotta get it out there. Because the other part, and this is like the like, whoa, and my son helped me with this. I always fussed at myself because when I read a poem, I never read what I wrote directly. if I'm reciting or if I'm doing spoken word and I've already prepared something and it's written down, I never stick to just what's on the page. And I was like, I gotta get better. I gotta get better. And my son said, "No, mom, you're an artist." And he said, "What you do is you have your project that you put out, and then you have your live version. Your live version is never exactly like the product. It's always going to be more. It's always going to give you whatever that connection is at that time." And that blessed me because with us, a lot of times we always want to be, everybody's this way. I got to be just like them, just like this. No, you are who God created and crafted you to
Uniquely and wonderful made, a peculiar
be.
individual. I'm telling you.
Listen, so when you realize that and when you really open yourself up to say that, we are the unique gift. So when we actually say that to ourselves and we learn that, then we can get comfortable to the fact of like when I joined y'all on this past weekend. What it was like, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna read this," and next thing I know, he said, "No, go this way," and I had to go where he told me to go, and I just flowed. You have to be willing to dive into the more, and to dive into the deep, as people say. It's that unknown level that shows you that, oh, there's more in me than what I even prepared myself to have. you
Right,
know, and
right.
that's writing
So
comes.
I have another question for you. So what about this audiobook? What's going on with that?
Oh, here you go. I don't know who's watching this tonight, but let me tell you something. Jermaine will pull it out of you, okay? If whether you want it out or not, he will pull it out. So,
Well, I mean, you said you spoke these things that speak them now.
you're right. And I want to do the audiobook. I am working on it because I know that hearing the person, hearing me speak these words is part of some people's deliverance. They actually have to hear the word. They're not going to
And to
just
hear that, and
they
when
have
you
to.
recite it and when you say it with the dynamics and the intonation and the passion in your voice is different than because I did Mariah Carey's book, visual and on audio, and I hit play and I was reading and I was looking at the book, but I was like, I heard when, but it's the way you would say and the way that you tell the story and the passion and the conviction that you have when you tell it, that's going to be somebody's deliverance right there.
Yes, yes, yes. The music behind, yes, yes. All of that
What?
is powerful.
And then the ones that you can have contrast or something, I get on there and I'll be like, yes. So in the beginning, there was the word, and the word was, and the word was. They can be like, well, here they go. Oh no, I said the word, man. The word.
I'm
I'm
cracking up,
crying.
but
No, but
I get it. I
so
get it because
so you're
like
working on
sometimes.
that.
Go ahead.
So you're
Yes.
working on that.
Mm-hmm.
You pinky promise? You pinky promise?
No, I am. I am
Good.
working on that because listen, seriously, I'm working on it because I know, like, when I say, hey boy," that's so much different than when I go,
Then when you write hey boy, because I can read it like hey boy, like a text message and a phone call are so different. Because if I read it, I can take from it whatever I want from a text message. But if you're saying something to me, you can't tell me that I was angry if I said, if you call my
right.
phone one more
So,
time, if
you
you
know
call me
what?
one more time. Now, it's like if you call me, but when I'm texting it, all capital letters, exclamation points, you could say that, but but if I say, if you call me one time, talk to me nice,
I hear you. I hear you. So
it's
that's like,
different.
so look, in this book right here, The Journey Worth It All. Okay. In this book, there are many pages filled with encouragement. Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Oh,
Yeah, it stays on my desk. It stays on my desk.
good. But listen, it's this one poem. It's called Invisible Steel Cage. People are like, what? But that invisible steel cage is the box that we keep ourselves in because of fear. A steel cage is so powerful. So if I'm saying to you, you are more than that cage, you are stronger than that cage, you're going to feel that. So that's why I need to do the audio book, because I need to remind people that I need them to hear it, that you are more than that steel cage of
And
fear.
those, and
Stronger
those,
than that.
those are the other things that you can do with the audiobook that you can't do in this book. Like you can do a reprise after you talk about the steel cage and where it came from, how you wrote it. You can do a reprise and say something additional that makes you understand what I'm saying. Like that's why you have to do that audiobook, because it can be so much more than just what we read. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, how can we get this book? How can we find you? How can we access you? Well, I know because I could call you, but how can the people?
Well, on Facebook, my name is Michelle Thomas. On Instagram, my name is my MI journey underscore now. Or is it my underscore journey now? Good question. I have to let you know. But you can also
Y'all, just hit me up and I can send y'all my sister's information because at this point, Molly, thank you. Thank you to our
no,
executive producer.
that's not it. That's not it. It's MI journey. It's MI.
MI
Yeah. Look, she about to
underscore
send it to the
journey.
wrong person. Yeah.
MI underscore journey now.
MI journey underscore now. MI journey underscore now. That is so funny.
MI journey. Okay. All right. So we got it. MI
Yes.
journey underscore now.
Now. Yes.
Okay.
And
So
yes, that's me. That's me on IG.
you're working on your Wednesday night project. You're working on your Wednesday night project. You're working on your audiobook.
Wine and Word Wednesdays.
I didn't want to say it, but if you want to tell the people, tell them, what is it?
It's Wine and Words Wednesdays. I'm still faithful to my Wednesday, Wine and Word Wednesdays. And the book that is The Journey Worth It All. I was about to say the new title. That's why I had to catch myself, because I can't give it.
You don't give them everything all at once. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all, Wine and Words Wednesdays, I can't wait. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a poet, but I'll get up there and be like, when I first saw you, I was afraid to meet you. When I first met you, I was afraid to kiss you. When I first kissed you, I was afraid to love you. Now that I love you, I'm afraid to lose you.
Oh,
Who's your daddy? Cat daddy. Oh yeah. I'll be a part of Word and Wine Wednesday. I want to be on the first episode. I'm gonna be on the first show. And I'm gonna have me some sangria, virgin.
I won't be virgin.
Mine. You see, I don't have no cup tonight because I ran out of water. Because I drink a certain kind of water, and so I didn't have my water delivery didn't come today. So that's why y'all don't see my Jermaine Jones cup. So that's why I got in front of the thing so I could still be part of the conducive to the brand, because I have my mug, but my water delivery didn't come today. So that's why when you asked me why I started, I was parched. And when we started, I didn't have, the special water that I drink is special. Special.
Oh God, Jermaine
So,
Jermaine, I want to also say that you can't get my book on Amazon. Okay, so I don't want people to think that they can't. They can't get my book on Amazon. But if you contact me or DM me, inbox me, then I'll sign it to you and send it out.
And I'm gonna tell you, she said my book was coming and my book was here. I don't know if she did expedite it or whatever. But my book was here, and I thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show on
Thank
Sunday Night Live in
you.
the City. I love you so much. You know I'll be talking to you soon, okay? Tell
Yes,
everybody I said
definitely.
hello.
Definitely. Thank
Everybody
you.
except for Levi. Don't tell Levi I said
Bye.
hi.
Kendra Jones from K Vision Fashion Design and Stylist, Lady Ray from Lady Ray's Cuisine, Healthy Choice and Sweet Treat, Catrice from Cat's Crochet, handmade with love, customized crochet, Tia from Chef Tia's Cooking, delicious meal prep and catering, Rob from Humag Distribution for TV and video. And I would like to give a special thank you to the executive producer of the show from HB Visual Connections, my mother, Catrice Cornett. So if you're an entrepreneur or a small business, contact us today so you can advertise on Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones.
Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Sunday Night Live in the City. Well, in the county at this point with your favorite hymn, but we always will be in the city somewhere. So, how are you, beautiful?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
So, I always bring my beautiful on at the end. We always do our recap and thing. Um, she normally takes the lead, but she will at the end, I'm sure of it. That's just the way she goes. But I want to start off with last Saturday. Talk to the people about what we did for David's Tent. Now, anybody that doesn't know, David's Tent is a 72-hour event. This year, it'll be from June 4th to the 6th. It'll be in Fayetteville, New Jersey, and it is literally total worship, prayer, scriptures, like literally 72 hours of full, total, like full on. So last Saturday, my mother and I did a telethon, webathon, I guess. It was supposed to be from 10 to 10, but we ended up going from 10 to 11 because that's just the way the Lord led. So we were on live actually for 13 hours. So talk to him about it, Mom.
Okay, we actually there was Jermaine's idea to do the worship telethon, and we ran it like you did. Jerry Lewis used to do those telethons back in the day on TV. We had people dialing in. We raised money. People were making donations. We had worshipers and spoken word artists. People come on and prayed. We actually interceded in prayer for a couple people who sent in prayer requests. But it was for David's Tent, New Jersey, 2021, which is coming up June 4, 5, and 6 is on the screen. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. will be at New Brooklyn Park in Sicklerville, New Jersey, and 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. will be virtual. We actually do worship for 72 hours, around the clock, those 3 days, nonstop. And so we are still registering worshipers, but most important, what I wanted to say is you still have an opportunity to sow. So some of you may not know this or whatever, but there is an opportunity for you to still give. We are still collecting funds. We are raising
And I
funds.
just want to be clear. I want to be clear, and I don't want to be like, I'm not going to tell all my business because I'm going to tell my testimony when I perform that night because Sunday Night Live in the City will be going live from David's tent on that Sunday. So y'all know it's going to be lit. But listen, listening to and being in tune with, and I want y'all to know, anybody who's listening, I'm not overly religious, but if you know me, you know I love the Lord. Me and him got a relationship that don't got nothing to do with nobody else. I don't care what nobody say. I know where my help come from. Period. For God I'll live, for God I'll die. Now, will I fall short? Have I? Yes. You might have a picture of it, but don't judge me, judge your mother. But what I was saying is, by the obedience and the way I was sowing from last Saturday, I've seen so much stuff happen within the week. And it came to me while we were on the air for people to sow in increments of 8. When we ended, we had $888. When I'm telling you, like it was on the 8th. The way that the things were but the 8th was the new beginning for me. And once I
Right.
began to sow, and throughout the hours, I kept continuing to sow whenever he told me to, whether it be 8, 16, 30, whatever, in increments of 8, I was sowing, whether it be 800, 8,000, 8 million. We'll take 8 billion. We'll
One
take
of the
that too.
other one of the other things that that is so specific about how God operates is the number 8 is new beginnings. This is the first time that I will be in spot, because I do events. We do Refreshing Cafe with indie artists. We go out, we sing. Jermaine, he's out doing shows and stuff in these restaurants and these clubs and everything. But this will be the first time that we actually put on an event since COVID happened. And so I'm expecting God to do something new, creative, something just to blow our minds, only because this is a new beginning for us. This is a new time for us to be coming together to worship. I know some churches have
And it's a
been,
new time for everybody.
everyone. This is the first summer.
Everything that you thought you knew is not.
Right,
It's a new normal. It's a
right,
new beginning. So why
right.
not step into that new beginning with sowing into some good ground, into some good seed, into something where you're going to be able to see the fruit of what you have sown. Like you're going to be able to see it. It's a totally free event. So no one is charged to come.
Yep, it's free for everyone. It's free for people who attend, and it's free for worshipers. So go to our Davis Tent page and make sure that you sign up. If you are a worshiper, if you like to pray for people or just volunteer, we need people throughout the day. We have to set up, like the first couple years when we did it, we were allowed to stay outside all night long. But because of COVID, the parks closed at dusk. And so we have to break down and set up every day throughout the weekend. And so if you are able to come and help do that, we're looking for anybody. And God rewards all of that. So we need people to help us set up, people to help us break down. We have sound, we have video, we have pictures, we have instruments, and it's like full blown out just service in the park for 3 days. And so, and it's not, no, there's no preaching, there's no solicitation, no one is selling anything. We're just there to worship Jesus and to give him thanks for at least keeping us through COVID
Because there are hundreds of thousands of people that did not make it.
They didn't make it.
And the fact that you did, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't have any other reason to be thankful or grateful, I want to tell you, because this thing out here is real. It's so many different strands of it, and it's this and it's that, but what I'm saying is that give thanks with a grateful heart. And I'm gonna tell you, I wake up before my feet touch the carpet, because I pray every morning, but before I wake up, I say thank you. Before I say anything else, I just say thank you.
Yeah. So we are excited, and we are expecting, and we just want you to be able to be a part. If you can't come, you can still participate by sowing. You can participate by praying for us. You can participate by sharing our flyers and things like that. When you see them on Facebook, we're going to start running promotions to let people know what's going on, because we're coming up on the 2-week mark coming into that. And so we're going to start promoting it. And so if you see it, don't be ashamed to share it. And if you see us soliciting funds or whatever, just sow into the ministry, because the money is going towards making sure that we can be excellent and have everything that we need so that worship can be the best that it can be.
Now, Miss Cornett, congratulations. We were so hyped yesterday on the radio. Catrice Cornett, Highest Praise, was on the Red Show yesterday. Now, talk to me about the single real quick. It's out, where it's at, what's going on, what station was it? What's that?
I have a brief promo video I'm gonna play.
What is it?
Wrong one, sorry.
Sitting there
Cornett and Highest Praise, and we are here just to talk to you a little bit about what's going on with us. We are about to release a new single. We are excited. Yeah! It's called Forever God Reigns, and we recorded it at BPM Music Studios. That's Brandon Pritchard Music Studios in Clayton. Brandon also was the producer of our track. And so we are excited about what God is doing. This song is off the hook. It is such a blessing. And so we just wanted to come together and kind of like just share our hearts about the ministry. Everybody to come with me. This is not a show. This is not a performance. I need you to come into this space with me because I guarantee you, if you get in it, you will never be the same. You will not be the same when you come out. And so that's why I do the things I do the way I do it when I get up there to worship. I'm leaving at that moment, everything that I have physically, mentally, emotionally, I'm leaving it there. I'm not saving none for later because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And so I want every time that I worship to be like the last time I'm going to worship. And it's me and God, and I'm inviting you into this experience with me and my Father because I believe that God is intending for it to change nations, change countries, change worlds. I'm telling you, we got reviews from Africa, we got reviews from all over the place, India, we got reviews from people right here, your next door neighbors. And so everybody who has been listening to it through our virtual listening party has been really giving us great reviews on it. Some people never reviewed a song before and they let me know that and they were like, well, I don't know what to say. Just tell me how you feel when you listen to it. And so I never was led to even do that before. But God just led me to do that this time around because I believe He's doing something different, not just with Highest Praise, but with the industry. It's Highest Praise. You can get on our Facebook page, Instagram, or just email me, CatriceCornettMinistries@gmail.com. And we do, if you want to sow into this ministry, we do take donations and gifts of love offerings. And you can do that through Cash App with $CAT, K-A-T, Cornett, C-O-R-N-E-T-T, or Facebook at paypal.me/HP Visual Connect. And, or just hit us up and we'll make sure that you can figure out a way that you can give and donate because you're sowing into good ground. I believe God, I believe His Word, I tried good ideas. So we're going to actually put out an official music video with Strong and Courageous. So we are excited.
Yes.
I love it.
Very excited.
So thank you for tuning in and for watching. And keep a lookout for Catrice Cornett Highest Praise because God is doing amazing things in our lives.
Amazing.
So we put a promo together right before the song was released, but the song is called Forever God Reigns. And I would like to thank Karen Rogers from WIMG AM 1300 in Trenton. We were actually her number 2 pick on yesterday. So she played us throughout the hours that she was on the show. We're excited. Jermaine recorded me screaming. I couldn't get it off my phone I was going to try to play it.
No, y'all, I'm going to play the video. Y'all, I'm going to play it because it's like, Mom, we won the line like, no, like when the people called me and they said they want me to come back to America, or like we was like, and I'm like, oh, no, but no, it's like you were like, listen, because I was watching it on my iPad. I was at my desk. I was watching it on my iPad, but you were on my phone. And it's so funny because I'm like, Mom, be quiet so I can record it because they were saying your name, saying you were coming up in the song and stuff like that. But it was dope. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you on High Space. And I'm tell you something. If when I say persistence, I learned that from you. But this is another thing too. You do music because you love it. And I love the fact that you do it because you love it. That's why when people tried to make it more than that for me, it wasn't to me
fun
anymore because
that's like you just like with you in the R&B and like in on your side of the industry, your genre or whatever. It's the same thing when you serve in church and when you serve in ministry and stuff like that. Sometimes they put so much pressure on you in the music ministry, you really lose your love for why you're doing it, and you know why you're doing it, but then
And you
they
lose the worship
mess
part of
it
it. You
all
lose
up.
the passion
You know
for
what I mean?
God. It's like, what am
Yeah,
I wearing? What do I look like? Am I starting right? Am I stopping
right,
right? Is this in line with what the pastor's saying? Not with what God is giving me to give to the people, because I'm the minister of music or I'm the lead worshiper, because
right,
this is my calling in the kingdom.
right,
And
right.
sometimes it's okay for pastors to give their opinion, but what I'm saying is that once you put me in this position and this is my calling in the
Trust
kingdom
me.
of God,
You got
how are
trust
you
the
going
Holy
to like?
Spirit. Trust the Holy Spirit in me. Yeah, because it can really, I get what you're saying. It can really take your love from it. Like we I guess I could say I could actually literally sing every day, but I don't. It's not vocally sound to do that. You know what I mean? Your vocal cords need to rest, but I could sing
Oh, I do all day, every
every
day.
day.
All
Every day. I literally could sing
every
every
single
day.
mom. I sing every day, all
I
day.
always I always have an urge to go upstairs and get on my keyboard and go
If
live and
there's a
just
commercial
worship
on, I'm
people.
singing to the commercial.
Yep, yep, yep. So like you were saying when you were talking to Michelle, this is not something that I just decided that I was going to do. This is
It's
something
my
that
calling.
I have to. I have to. You know, like I can't even imagine like
Like
I've
when
had
you said that lady
remember?
was playing your, when she was working with the sickly people and she was playing your project for those people, like you're touching people everywhere, whether people
Remember?
know it or not, mom. I listened to your music all the way back to your old album. You don't even know how many times I couldn't get you to the line or get to you, and I just play a song of yours, and it works. It works.
Amen. Amen. Remember when I couldn't sing? I had that I had surgery on my nodules and I had to prepare you to sing the hymn for Sister Cross's we were honoring
Funeral.
her or whatever. No, we were
No, it was
honoring
the
her.
honoring.
It was senior day or something at church,
It
and
was
I had to
that
prepare you.
Yolanda
I
Adams song.
I literally sat in the congregation and I cried real crocodile tears every single Sunday
Because
until
you couldn't sing.
because I couldn't sing. I couldn't minister. That was like the first time I ever had nodules. I think that was the first time I ever had surgery on my
And I'm gonna
throat.
tell you, I watch Uncensored, and it's a great show. I'm gonna tell you, Fantasia's had me crying. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, Uncensored, Fantasia's had me crying. Tammy Romans was good too, but Fantasia said she sang so much, and when she had those nodules on her vocal cord, and when you told us before you had the surgery, you're like it's a 50-50 chance. Some people come out perfect, and some people
And
come
some
out
people
just. And when
can't sing no
Fantasia
more.
said that on her story, it gave me chills because I remember you telling us like this is like I can either come out higher, lower, not being able to, it could just.
Yep. But I had to do it. And mine were the first time mine were hemorrhaging. We didn't know what that was. Nobody, I never heard of that before. You know, it was just kept from singing. And then on top of that, I had a health issue going on, like with, like foods and not eating the right types of foods and stuff like that. And so yeah, that was crazy. But I remember sitting in the congregation, literally crying almost every single Sunday because I could not minister. Like, and I didn't know if I was ever going to be able
To be
to. I
able
didn't.
to do it again.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yep. But God is good, and He's a
So
great healer.
he
And
is.
I know, like a lot of people, like, well, why'd you have the surgery? Because that was the path that God told me to take. I mean, like and then He healed me quickly. Like, He healed me from that surgery, but it could have went in either way. It could have went anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
But for the
thank you.
twins, y'all always talk about the twins, Grace and Mercy. You know the twins when they kick in. Listen, all bets
Yep.
is off. I'm
Yep.
telling you,
Yeah,
because
we're
favor,
excited.
it ain't fair. I'm gonna tell you, I bet that favorite thing is not right, and it ain't my problem. I ain't say that. Listen, I ain't asked for
Yep.
it. It's just on me. It belongs to me. It's mine.
Yep. But
So
yeah.
stay tuned
So
because we're going to be posting things we have a new competition coming out for independent artists. We're not going to keep you guys too much longer. I didn't even want to be on here with y'all for an hour tonight. Let's be very clear. But we do have Raise Your Mic. It's an independent artist singing competition where you can enter with rap or singing artists. Enter. Send us. The first round is 30 seconds of acapella,
60
just
seconds.
you.
It's 60 seconds.
60 seconds of acapella, just you, no track, no music, anything. But let's be clear on this. You must own the rights, the licensing, the publishing, everything to your music because the winner of the competition wins a 1 year distribution deal with MTR Sounds through Sony Orchard. So you must own everything to your music. Like you mustn't, because we're also going to have it overlooked. But I want to be very clear: no covers. No, you must own the publishing, the licensing, the rights. You must own the music because we won't be able to distribute it for you if you don't own the
Right.
proper. And
Yeah.
so the first place, you get a 1 year distribution deal in artist development through MTR Sounds. Second place, you get a single distribution deal through MTR Sounds. And third place, what you'll get a one-on-one consultation with the MTR Sounds executives. And you'll also get, some artist development and things of that nature for the third place. So first, second, and third, you all win. The finale will be with the first, second, and third place winners. So anybody who comes to the finale to perform live, you will win something. So the judges, we're going to have a VIP repass where the artists can meet the judges, and we'll have industry personalities, radio personalities, industry executives, celebrity judges, music people. It's going to be a nice event. So if you are an artist or you know an artist, tag them, send them to our website, tell them to inbox my mother or myself, because even if you know an independent artist who has a song that's ready and all they need is distribution, this is the competition for them. You can win a 1 year distribution deal. I mean,
That's a good deal.
if somebody would have offered me a 1 year distribution deal, I would have never did I would have never did that show. That show. See, so
Yeah.
some things you just can't even put. But because at the time I was running, I was doing, I was doing so much, but I just thought that was the way. But if I would have had an opportunity for just to get a distribution deal right then and
Yeah.
there,
Yeah. Yeah. So
it,
we are here for you. You guys know that. We thank you for tuning in to Sunday Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn. We'd like to thank Michelle Thomas for coming back on this week because
thank you so much.
we had a glitch. She could have said no, but we thank you. We love you, Michelle, and we appreciate her gift. We go get her book, The Journey, Worth It All. And don't forget to go get her book. Also keep a lookout for her audio project that's coming up and her new book that's coming out.
And your wine and word on Wednesday.
Wine and Word on Wednesday. It comes on Facebook. So check it out. Check out Wine and Word on Wednesday and support each other. Support the artists. We do this. We're independent artists. We say this all the time. Without you, we cannot do this. And so we thank you. We thank you. We thank you for tuning in.
So much.
Thank you for supporting our gifts and the talents and the ministries that we have. And so we just ask you to just continue to do that, continue to share. And if you know someone who you think would be great for our platform, just send them to Jermaine Jones Music, the #1 at Facebook. They can inbox us and we will let them know how they can, get an interview or advertise their product during our show or whatever. We also have some new artists coming out. We'll be releasing some new songs coming up in a couple weeks from some new artists from MTR Sounds, and they will be on our show soon.
I'm telling y'all, when I say I'm so excited about the things that are happening, and when I say and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This is gonna be my final thought. Like, it is so empowering and refreshing when you think you're there and you have it all and you fall so low that you don't think that you can ever get when You sit back and he says, I have so much more for you than what you thought you even. Come on now, this is what I'm saying. Like, this has been what's been, and I'll never be giving y'all something that, unless it's been from within myself. And I'm never going to tell y'all something that ain't come from, because I know where I hear from. And I hear several voices, but when I can distinguish the voice of my father, okay? Because I got discernment. And it's just like, it's the way that you can come back. So that's what I'm talking about. It's the comeback for me. And
Yeah.
life happens to every one of
Yeah.
us, whether you see it, whether you hear it. So this is my final thought for today. I felt compelled to say this. Life happens to all of us. It is the comeback for me.
Yeah.
And if you think you can do it or obtain it, it ain't big enough, because he wants to bless you so far that your mind can't even imagine. So if you think
Mhm.
that you can do it all by yourself, that ain't it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't it.
So again, thank you for tuning in.
Thank
And remember,
you.
dream big, think big, out of the box.
And we love you so much.
There is no box. There is no box. And when you're ready, we are here for you. Independent artists for the independent
Artist.
Thank you for tuning in to
Thank
Sunday
you.
Night Live in the City with your favorite hymn, Jermaine Jones.
Looking for advertisement? Your favorite hymn is here for you. On Sunday Night Live in the City with Jermaine Jones, we have advertisement for independent artists and small businesses, where you can expand your brand, promote your product to over 10,000 of our unique and creative viewers and followers.
It will be you we need. See, you and me, we can be together, girl. You and me together. It's you and me forever. Shivani, freestyle, Jermaine Jones. It's all about